No, no. Well, okay. Realized that my headphones weren't plugged in. Uh-oh. It's fine. Hello. Yes. I have a time limit. Those of you who pay attention will know that I did Stormblood Extremes. Was it only a week ago? No, it must have been 2 weeks ago. What? Wait a second. Now I'm paranoid. When did we do Stormblood? Oh my god, it was a week ago. That sounds fake. Anyway, in 2 more weeks we're doing Shadowbringers. So I have a time limit. And before stream notification. Hey Bryce, what's up, man? I am here and I am ready to speedrun 5.3. Which is the only patch that I've heard about beforehand, I think. People talk about 5.3. So I'm curious. I know last time I played I was very harsh on the ending of 5.2. With good reason. No. Huh? So I'm ready to game though. Wait, did we actually yeah, we finished 5.2. Okay, cool. Well, shit. Here we go. I'm not nothing else to do. Well, technically there's Eden, but I want to do 5.3 before I do Eden. Yeah, I guess that's why 5.3 comes out as well. It was the patch that made Crystal Tower mandatory. It was the patch that added visuals to Tank Busters. And those are the 2 things I can think of. But it's 2 more things that I can name about any other patch. So, what's up? Ah, Master Salvo, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care of so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after himself. Old habits, you understand. Ah, Deca! How very opportune! Who the fuck uses the word opportune? Who? Oh, this nerd. Yeah, of course. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Sup? Wonderful, wonderful. I want to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tales set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Oh, the great hero he is in the case of Ardbert. You, too, were surprised to see him, I think. Yeah, no shit. It's really funny to me how Ardbert always read as, like, a very, like, gentle face, for lack of a better word, in Shadowbringers. But just, like, the face. They made him squint and gave him a little bit of a smirk, and instantly I want to punch the man. Like, full credit to them. They did a lot with a little. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And the stars rained down from the sky, and, well, you know the rest. Yes, I do. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Deca, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. Boy. I was worried I had to click for a second there. What an excellent, like, moment. I don't give a shit about the Warriors of Light. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. How are the people doing? I need to stop taking sips of my cappuccino every 2 seconds. The situation in the city? Do you mean the people's awakening as Warriors of Light? Well, questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Ardbert's return. History tells us that what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But to understand that requires an understanding of Warriors of Light in a broader Varandic context. If it please you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of what is occurring not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Sorry, did you say that there were Warriors of Light in the world at large? Excellent! I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Please, pray join me at your earliest convenience. Did Ardbert do this anywhere else? No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. Hang on, wait a second. Am I in trouble? Ardbert hasn't been doing this star shower anywhere else, has he? Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into his words. Then again, with this game, I've been taught that I need to read very deeply into everybody's words. And more importantly, when not to read into anybody's words. Which is much harder. Alright. Let's get our lore dump. I do love a good spiral book room. And for no reason at all, I suddenly really want to replay Dark Souls 1. I could just play Dark Souls 1 right now. No one can stop me. It's my stream. I don't have homework I need to complete. Dekka, excellent timing. Dekka, excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Oh, what's up, twins? Oh, what's up, kids? Who's here for a lecture? The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up on my knowledge of familiars, and Alfino volunteered to help. Lean is also here. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Bean. Of course. The more the merrier. I have to remember that Alfino and Alize are like PhDs, and Bean is just like, she's probably able to read and write. I can only assume she was taught well in captivity, but... If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Alfino and Alize are the equivalent of PhDs, right? They're scions. I know Alfino is. I'm pretty sure Alize is, but I forget. Some part of me wants to say that she left early, but no, I don't think that's true. I want to read their thesis. Were one to pore over the annals of Varadic history, one would note the comparative frequent occurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Toll the Will, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodford and Sollard, the fabled Drawn and Gulgent duo of Vobert. And no list of Varantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Turina of Ranka. In older texts, she too was a warrior of light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Oh hey, the thing I complained about. Verily, in ages past it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear. The title used not to exalt, but to revile. There, that's Archons, the tattoo most of the Scions have. Oh, okay. So there's the students of Baldessian, all of whom are Scions, and when you get your PhD, you're an Archon? I feel like I never understood this, and I feel like that's on me. A far cry from its beginnings. Mostly correct. Hey, that's what we aim for here. That's the best I'm gonna get. I just feel like I could excite Lean by showing her a baking soda volcano. She gives off that vibe. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic. The original tale of the struggle between good and evil. Oh? In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he become to be known as the Warrior of Light. Oh, is it a Final Fantasy 1 reference? That's cute. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, the Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. I forgot that Final Fantasy 1 got a remake. Well, well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Lights is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Why do I feel like that's a... Okay, I'm not mad, but this is a retcon, isn't it? I thought in the opening cutscenes, Warriors of Light were specifically given to those who helped stop Bahamut, but everyone's memories of them was just shrouded in light, so they called them Warriors of Light. This is a retcon, right? The verse is different. Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the source. Alfino is talking about the source here. He's like, in the source, people have been called Warriors of Light for centuries. I'm pretty sure that's a retcon. I'm not mad about it. I just think it is. And nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who is awakened to the echo and is able to hear Hydaelyn's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself. A warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in and of itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if this theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. Are we gonna... Hey, does the... Wait a second. Does the scholar guy know about the other worlds, or are we just accidentally, like, blowing his mind right now? I don't remember telling him this. Well, the warrior... no, Hydaelyn did call me a Warrior of Light. I'm not sure. She did. I've never heard her voice myself. But I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. Yeah, does he know any of this? While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself? Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light have given us much to ponder. Ooh, oh god. Did someone say Warriors of Light? Wah! Wah! Is that a Mikote child? Oh my god! Have we seen Mikote children before? Rikitio, are you alright? Why are her ears so big? Oh my god, she looks like she should have an ear flopped over her face right now. My precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? Yeah, also the child fell over, buddy. You too, Arkiel, Earwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you... I'm the librarian's assistant. The Warrior of Darkness? Look at her! She has a little outfit on. My name's Rikitio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero. To be a Warrior of Light. Okay, I need to go back over that dialogue real quick. I did actually write down my notes from 5.2, which is going to be a mild inconvenience for me. But I feel like I missed out on a lot of the musings that were said here. Alright. So... Warrior... Basically, the only thing I'm taking out of this story is that Warrior of Light has been a term that's existed since antiquity. That seems like... in the source and the first. That seems like the really important thing to take away here. Alright, chill. I do enjoy the fact, though, that we were just talking about all the stuff that we absolutely did not share with anyone in the city, just right in front of Morin. Like, all that secrecy in the main game, we were just like, alright, hang on a second. But what about Ascians, the source, the first, all of the stuff that we don't talk about around the random people of the Crystarium? It's fine. So, I want to be a Warrior of Light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. Now, in all of Norvrand, when I told Arkel and Earwell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get any... This child is speaking very, I want to say verbose. Is verbose the right word here? Verbosely for a child? Hang on. Let me pull a quick little, Uriange. Used or expressed in more words than are needed. Yeah, very verbosely for a child. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear this may prove a little difficult for one so young, but, Esteemed warrior of darkness. Oh, don't you start. Fuck. Perhaps you might accompany young Riki Tio to Spagirix. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the surgeons at their work. It sounds like a plan. It seems we've finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one to Spagirix is a rotten egg. I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're gonna be the rotten egg. You! Did they just run the wrong way? Is that the exit? Oh, it is the exit. Okay. Well, shit. Little did they know that I can teleport. I really want to get through 5.3 today, but I do have a time limit. I can only stream for about another 3 hours. So that's probably not enough to get through the patch, but we'll see. I also love the fact that we're just like, this 8-year-old can't read a book. Let's send her into a sick bay where they treat wounded soldiers. Hey, Chesamil, we've assigned you a problem. Let's see. Oh. Damn, now I've made the children jealous. I'm sorry. Let's see. Alize. I prefer Blade myself, but to each their own. We have made her day. Wouldn't do the dash streams or one's young. There you go, buddy. Alright. Oh, I just realized they totally have the ability to do time skips, don't they? Since the first and the source are notably desynced from one another, it would not be ridiculous to have another expansion in the first at some point where just like time skips forward 100 years. They've already established that the time in the first and the source goes wibbly wobbly. That would be very interesting. Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? I just realized everyone is a child here. Why am I chaperoning right now? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few in our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so, difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does that mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you to pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our surgeons may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. And we strive towards that day. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. Her little ears twitching! I love her! I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado, then, may I entrust you with a task? I placed an order at Sweet Savie for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Ooh, an ingredient! Leave it to me, miss. What a safe world where random 5-year-olds can run and grab drugs for the pharmacist. Oh god, she's gonna die. Maybe not. My, such an abundance of energy. Though I can't help but wonder if she'll be alright by herself. Chaperone, would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Savie, speak with a woman named Gracine and she will point you in the right direction. You got it, Chief. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Rikitio, I would assist her in her first steps. And what about you, the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become Warriors of Light, just not the same as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, Warrior of Darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Lena and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. How old are these kids anyway? Because they're the same height as Alize and Lean. Spin. Hey, Almas. How old are you? Why do you look like the child in a Toy Story movie? It's alright. Oh, I should... My thought process was, I don't want Earwell to be hurt because he's the only one that I didn't speak to. Did I not speak to her? And she's fine. She knows I love her. Let's see. What the hell? I'm a little bit confused about where this is pointing me to, but I think I get the gist. I'm not sure if it's on the second floor or the first floor. I kind of assume the second? I'll get the hang of it. It's cute that we're helping, you know, the kids, at least. It's kind of sweet. It was definitely on the first floor, wasn't it? Well, it's definitely not here. I've never been to this side of the Crystarium. Is there a market or something out there? Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. I never went over here. This is where they grow their food. You know, I was wondering about their food sources. I never realized that they had a whole garden over here. I'm sorry, I have to speak with Rikitio. And Alfino, what are you doing? Ah, there you are. As it turns out, the ingredient still wants for harvesting, so we are going about that now. I thought he was just excited to eat some grapes. Beautiful, beautiful grapes. Are these going away with the graphical upgrade? I hope if they change nothing, they change... I hope if they change everything, they don't change the grapes. Those are too iconic. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. Apologies. Just turning on my lights, opening the window so that I can get a nice breeze. Hopefully the wine port scrapes remain. That is a wine port specialty. They can't change that. It would change the entire flavor of the wine. That would be ridiculous. Right. What's up, buddy? If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness himself, may I assume you are with Master Alfino? Right. Lest you wonder, Chesameal's orders for grapes. As busy as we've been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alfino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Hell yeah. Don't worry, my power as a warrior of light makes me very keen to tiny grapes. There was never any doubt. Oh, we're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Why are Mikote children so cute? Her ears are too big for her little head. Wow, you picked this many already? Amazing. She has a little cottontail like a bunny. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesameal? Look at her little tail. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do with them. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Why? Well, a while ago, I fell sick. Really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. She does not talk like a child. This isn't just me, right? I'm sorry, it's so distracting. This is not a child. Sorry, just imagining like a deep voice coming out of her now. She's just like, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then, a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I've ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people even when it was dangerous. And I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions. Are her pupils little hearts? She has like a little... Oh. I think it's the reflection of a lamppost or something in her eyes. So I started brewing potions out of glass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then, not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Tyler? I haven't seen him in a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Tyler. One of the guards awakened by the star shower. I don't know if this guy's name is pronounced Tyler, but thank you for sharing your tale with us, Riki Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesameal. You go, tiny child. It would seem I've been laboring under a misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for all of us when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Norvrent has become a home to us, and her people our own. Tealer. Amazing. Let us return to Spagirix. However, it wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. Yeah, let's go beat up some children. Alright. What's the plan, boss man? Where am I? Oh, here we go. God, I do miss, Wait, what is this? Oh, I assume that's extremes or something. Probably. That makes sense. With the, Wandering Minstrel not exactly making sense to appear in the, first. Yep, you'll be back for him later. Yep. I'm stuck in a little bit of a decision-making paralysis every single time I boot up this game. Because I know just like barreling through the main story quest is arguably the worst way to experience the game. But I've also spent so much time, and now I'm definitely on a time limit. It feels weird, especially after doing the quest where we held a funeral. I want to do more side quests, but I just don't have the time. My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Riki Tio a little taste. Adorable. Boy. Oh, boy. What am I gonna do with these children? But I'll let them explain their request themselves. Am I gonna get into an instance with them? Sup? He didn't make you drink one of her grass potions, did she? That's cute. Alright. What's up, main character guy? A warrior of darkness. If you finished helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away. And in preparation, Chesimil kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the youngs will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me? Alize would make a good school teacher. Alize, wait just a... Come on then, children. You are 15. These guys are like maybe 4 years younger than you. They look at least 12. Alright. Wait, no, that's so cute. Everyone's going outside to see you fight? Oh, I want to watch too. But no, I have to study. I'll stay here and help Chesimil make the syrup. Oh. Riki, my beloved. Also, shout out Alfie No Sass. God, his sass always goes up when Alize is out of earshot. Right. Oh, it's raining. This certainly isn't an omen. It'll be fine. Let's see. I guess we have to be thankful that Cindy just can't randomly walk up now and one-shot the children. That's something. Well, they look like they're having fun. What's up, kids? Seriously, how old are you two? Everyone's here? Good. Well, let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood. And originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesimil's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you are likely to attract more if you place lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Deca. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Irene. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Does Alice just want to, like, get into a competition with me? Or is she trying to show off? And she's kind of hurt that the children don't see her as fighters. I'm not sure which way it leads, but it's hilarious either way. She's also a kid. She just wants to hang out. Right. Where are the closest spots? Seems like I can hit up a triangle basically here, and that'll be the fastest. Oh, wait, no. I was told to use buildings, so I actually have to investigate each of the spots. This reminds me of a, Okay, this seems like somewhere vampire bats would nest. But she said specifically buildings, so now I'm paranoid. This has got to be a spot. No, wait, next to this town down here, though? Okay, no, hang on. I have to beat Alice. I can't let her win. You think I'm going to let this 16-year-old child... Oh my god, I'm reaching the point where I'm double the age of Alice. Okay, blocking that out of my mind. You think I'm going to let this 16-year-old child beat me? This has to... No, this looks like such a bad spot. Am I overthinking it? We're right next to the village, so this has to be a good spot. God, told her that these guys wouldn't be a challenge, and yet they're all strong enough to kill Ifrit. I was kind of expecting just one-shot the bastards, if I'm being honest. You know, for as much as this game likes to make you wait, and, like, do long chores, I almost expect that at some point they would make us, like, kill a bunch of really easy things. But no, it's just, it's always just, like, level appropriate enemies, which feels weird. I almost wish those bats were like level 1 just to drive home a point. Like these are children bats. I can one-shot all of them. Oh, this seems like a good spot next to the guard post. That makes sense to my brain. Oh, apparently not a fully good spot if only 2 spawned. It's alright. There's something very satisfying and very funny about using, like, giant ether cartridge infused swings to blow up a bunch of random pests. It's very funny to me. Alright. This has got to be the last good spot. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully 2 out of 3 is good enough. Oh, shit. Alright. Let's take a look. Oh man, I also have to... There's so many things I'm excited to do in this game at this point. I'm excited to finish off Shadowbringers with the post-game quest. I'm excited to do Eden. I'm excited to unlock Sage, which I have to hold until after I finish 5.5, but like I'm getting there. Alright. Well fought, Deca. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally, may I see your fangs for good measure. How are you... whatever. They have very good eyesight. Apologies for the wait. My fangs. Not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. What's the score? Tell me the score. 5, 6, 7. 7 fangs from Alize. Y'all were gaming. Which means that victory goes to Deca, who collected 8. Let's go. Seems you found the better spots for the lures. I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, but you're still within reach. I'll get the better of you next time. I almost wonder if I should have let Alize won. Oh, she would have been such a smug little shit. I would have loved to see it. So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like him. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Deca and train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbird appeared. Oh, I wonder if they were in the cutscene. But I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Gristarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbird said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkell? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them. See the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost and that I had to go out there and find it. Fascinating. Well, for both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. Thanks, guys. Anyway, should we talk about that? Alize? I understand how Arkell feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Highland's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarat burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pits of my being. Oh, damn it, I almost wish one of the Scions, got the echo from Amarat burning. That would have been cool. Oh, that would have been really cool. Shit, and foreshadowing for this. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you're worried, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured, and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Rena and I will take the children from here. The hedge will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Oh, what's up, buddy? Hey, Alize. It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. Uh-oh. As someone who suffers from random dizzy spells, maybe I'm not of this world. Up. As you ponder Alize's words, you're taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Okay. I hope we get to see Arbert again, and he gets to go like, dude, what the fuck? That'd be my instinct. If I died in a noble sacrifice and then found out that there was some asshole running around stealing my face, I'd be like, what the hell, guys? I do admit, as much as I love to shit on Final Fantasy and its plans, I have no idea what the hell Elidibus is planning, and it is off-putting to me. Why does everyone helping each other further his goals of creating an imbalance in the world? Oh. What? Uh-oh.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
Pardon? On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us, all that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
What? What exactly are you plotting, Elidibus?
Come now. My plans are no mystery. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, warrior of darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
This feels like such a random callback, but I'm too curious to see what happens if he knows the name Hythlodaeus.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Sup, Exarch?
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Hey, this guy just vowed to kill me, and we're just politely... Yeah, who could have seen that one coming?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Exarch, that was very stupid.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
Buddy.
This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith. Such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness.
Oh?
Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
Alright, who's dead?
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Ooh, that corrupting ether is really accelerating, isn't it? Alright, well, shit. I know this patch basically sums up Shadowbringers, and after this we're firmly in Endwalker territory, but let's see exactly where we're going here. The fates seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Marine. Give him that money! Oh, let me... Yeah. It happened after Alize and I saw the children back to Spagirix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He's been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was just in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. The surgeons are looking after him now, with Alfino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the extra told me where to look. I see. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to the Spagirix. Alright, well, my friend is injured. I need to get to him as quickly as possible. I've taken the short way down. Alright. Let's see. Oh, we get to deal with a little, child that was so excited to become a warrior of light and now gets to watch one almost die. Probably not die. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Thancred did already have the death fake out this expansion. Be kind of wild if he died in a post-game patch, but... I mean, I know what's causing this. I just need the game to catch up for everyone who was not paying attention, I guess. Like, obviously, we've been here too long and we have to go. Yeah, Alfino gets it. We had to send the children off earlier than planned, but they understood. Yep. Makes sense. Appears our friend is already awakened. For that, at least we can be thankful. And look at Othello trying to comfort Thancred. What's up, buddy? They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all of this happened without warning. Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which in retrospect may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. As Alfino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Dekka, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kyle about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. I wonder if I should finish Eden before I finish 5.3. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I have learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there's been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves, rather conveniently, to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of the audience. Kinda, And you think these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further. Though for that, I shall acquire additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger, too, can be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He's already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beck Lug and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alfino and I will find Urianger. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Dekka. Should you eat it if you really want to wrap it up before 5.3 ends? I was thinking this was my exit ramp. But if you're saying to press on a little bit farther, then that makes sense to me. There's also the matter of time. I assume finishing Eden will take like a solid 3 hours, probably at least. Which means that if I wanted to do it, I probably don't have time to right now. At least an hour? An hour is fine. 3 hours is more time than I have right now. That's the problem. I don't know how long it will take. It'll be fine. It sounds to me like there's going to be an obvious point to try to do it before 5.3 wraps up, which I'm okay with. Tekka! What excellent, awful timing. You see, our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Kyle's hardly had a moment to rest these past few days. That's a very intimidating door. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist, and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. Oh, well, it's because our friends might be dying, actually. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they want to make sure there are no problems at this end. You better talk to Kyle. She's with the others in Dawn's respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright? Okay. You're worrying me. What's the worst that could happen? Also, I don't know if I've actually been in the room where everyone is sleeping yet. Whose boots are those? Are they mine? Damn. Was that bespoke walking animation?
Excuse us?
Uh-oh. Why is this a horror game?
This way.
Taro? Jataru, I mean? Oh, they look fine. Why are the beds so far away from the walls?
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
No, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax, barely alive at all.
Oh.
And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Well, that makes sense. Thancred's dizzy spell, and she just finished picturing a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. That all tracks. Okay. Why is it so dark in here? I keep expecting Elidibus to, like, step out of a shadow or something. It might just be the light coming through my window, which, speaking of, I just opened the sliding door to get some fresh air, and now I'm cold. There's no winning, I swear. Right. Tataru. We put them in night clothes. I know they're not exactly asleep, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Oh, and Tataru's openly talking about how she made new outfits for everyone. I'm excited to see them. What news from the first? Well, shit's fucked. I see. Work of the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends are beginning to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in the ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon Allegan wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Sorry? Oh, no. Kyle? Which man? There are several options here. Decca? Could you spare a moment? Well, Kyle goes and finds this expert of hers, I mean. There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends in the first, you see, and since we might be waiting a while, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House's Splendors. Meet me there. Are we bringing back the... Oh, I wonder if Nero's coming back. Well, I'd better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. Who else is an expert in Allegan stuff besides Nero? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I did Omega relatively recently, so he's on my mind. I don't know who else is a expert of Allegan stuff, though. I guess I'll find out. Right. Put the sword away. Oh, we're going upstairs. You know, I never really go around Mordorna anyway. It's kind of quaint compared to the area, the Crystarium, and Stormblood's main city. This has been around since our realm were born, basically unchanged, I assume. It's a different sort of style, isn't it? I don't even mean like the architecture. I mean just like the layout. Like these indoor stairs are huge, but don't really give you a view of anything. And then there's this big, blocky, just normal, straight back and forth hallway, which is how we're accessing all the different rooms. All of which are basically just cube-shaped with random stuff spewed in them because they didn't have the opportunity to really do stuff. Like, this is a view that I would almost expect in the new game, in the new areas, but even the new areas typically have, like, vistas, more so than, like, a blocked-in area with just some random stone buildings around it. It feels very different from the newer areas. Play a contribution to build it up. Oh, that's cute. Also, speaking of cute, hi, Tataru. There you are, Dekka. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kyle, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven even as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. I appreciate that Tataru is just, you know, she's the crafting person of the Scions. She's got level 90 in all of her crafting jobs. I believe in her. There. Baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself. You made banana bread. Let me blow my nose again. Excuse me. I don't know what it is about Final Fantasy XIV specifically that always makes my nose stuff up. Well, I gotta encourage her. It smells great. I mean, hey, fresh baked bread is pretty good. Doesn't it just? It's called Archon loaf, in case you're wondering, and it's what they eat over in Charlian. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Kryle tells me it's a good source of ether. What? You're telling me that when I look at the food pyramid, I have a new base under it for ether supplemental foods? What? So it should lend them a bit of strength, at least. There truly is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Kryle! Oh, and if it isn't Lambros, too. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, from the Crystal Tower quest, yeah. I trust you require no introduction either, Dekka. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess I've a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the applications of certain Allegan technologies. I've been keeping Lambros apprised of events in the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it is him and his fellow sons. Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allegan royalty, its mechanism closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here empty-handed as I am. The answer being rather brazenly to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remained behind have yet to play our part, but when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope, in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but did you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That's for a friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Dekka. If you would be so good as to see Lambros's message and Taro's bread to the intended recipients, along with my report, of course. You know, the actual important part. Kyle? Before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try? Just to make sure everything's as it should be? But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. This is either going to be the most delicious thing she's ever tasted, or she's gonna throw up. Excuse me, Lambros. As a fellow Charlian, may I trouble you for your opinion? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Wallenberry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. Are they going to eat all the bread or something? I see, I see. Oh no. Is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Just so! The very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world. But our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied. And being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, every night meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it is all too familiar. How it takes me back. If there's enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go wrap around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Dekka, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can, and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Cute. Is Tataru not at all insulted by the fact it tastes bad? Well, that's cute. Well, it sounds like it'll do them good anyway. And when everyone's back to normal, I'll cook something for you too, Dekka. God knows you deserve a treat. Thank you, Tataru. I do deserve a treat. It is funny, actually, having someone, just a random ass person who's clearly doing the same MSQ quest that I am. I'm gonna have to get used to that, though. If I stream Endwalker, and I probably will be streaming Endwalker, I just bumped my computer and felt the fear of God in my heart. If I stream, Dawn Trail, which I probably will, like, release week, I'm gonna have other people doing the MSQ around me for the first time really ever, which is strange. It's a very strange feeling, in fact. Fuck, part of me almost wonders how many random people I know I'll see just running around doing MSQ quests. Probably not a lot. It would require quite the coincidence, but it would be funny. Anyway, here's some loaf. By the 12. Archon loaf? However did you come by this? I'd swear it had come straight from Charlian. Lambros said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread. But I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't to worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition, and with all of my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to ensure the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament, so I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation. That's cute. And now I almost want to try it. What's up, y'all? Who's ready for some voice acting? Let's go. Do you always have to walk in formation, guys? Every single time, they always walk in formation.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Oh!
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black masked minions who answer to the red.
Yeah, I remember when going through my ARR notes, I was like, oh yeah, there's different ranks of Ascians. So that makes sense.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
I don't know why what news from the source is just... It triggered in me the same reaction as Prey returned to the Waking Sands. Well enough, though time is not on our side. I'm not gonna, like, make everyone panic.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
I just noticed that she has a red nose, and she sounds like she always has a cold, so it just looks like she always has a cold. What a good design.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allegan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties.
How much blood did the dude give up?
It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works, we shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Although not soon enough to warrant your waiting, the test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
How are they testing it anyway?
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels. And there are only 5 of us.
Oh, shit.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Well, he doesn't have a body.
Yes. In theory, at least.
Wait a second.
But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
I'm mildly confused. Is he offering to be the test subject? And like acknowledging he might die because of it? I'm a little bit confused about what that was. Personally used it to see whether the crystal functions as it should. But there's a distinct difference why your corporeal forms are for soul. My past self does not. Vampire essences would blend. Yeah, so if I'm reading this correctly, in order to test whether or not it works, he's going to transfer it into his past self and just kind of see what happens. But doesn't this first... I wasn't expecting him to come with us to the source. I know he vaguely wanted to, but I expected him to stay in the first. I for one support the executive choices. To be alive is to be driven by purpose, and few are as driven by him. What would happen once the vessels were complete? And now... No, there's no port. I hope the test is a success. Truly. Wait, I can't even access Grahatia right now, though. Like, his past self's body. How are we going to get his soul vessel to him? Probably to feel the way I do as well. Pull yourself together, Alize. When our grandfather first decided to journey to Eorzea, Alize did not take kindly to my silence on the subject. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, she said. Or rather, shouted. Having often been the subject of her scorn, I am predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch, but I do understand how she feels. Better now than ever I did, certainly. Alright, shit. Hast thou a moment, Dekka? I would speak on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spoke not in certainties. Yet, if Becklug have the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardbert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that we might assume the mantle of Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou may be made aware of these truths. I feel like I'm struggling to follow what's going on right now. It feels super simple, but I still think I'm missing something. The Exarch is going to use himself as a test subject to try to rejoin his body with his old body. But I guess he just wants to stick around with us? It feels bad because we're kind of leaving the First without, like, a leader? He's in charge of the Crystarium. It feels weird to, like, just up and leave. This feels weird. This was not what I was expecting, at least. Is my screen damaged? Oh, it's fine. Right then. While the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so. And there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Ishola should not be left alone at Ani, dear. Might I trouble you to visit her, Dekka? See that all is well? I would go myself, but I think she might be safe in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. You got it, Chief. My thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they are out of the way, we will return to we will retire to Yulmore. And when Stola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you are bound for Anadir, I suggest you go via Vanmont Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Yeah, sure, and then I can just hold a cannonball and fall to the bottom of the ocean. It'll be great. Oh, I have a delivery from the source, Kupo. One from Mistress Tataru Taru. Oh, it even made the Moogle sound. That's cute. You're a long way from home, Moogle. And this is from Tataru, is it? Whatever could it be? Archon, loath thou sayest. Why, even the name doth transport me to times long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayest thou, child? Thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studio. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alfino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes. Do you know that? What? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that, well, we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tatara we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right. Let's really be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. What's up with you, Alfino? Was he just thinking about how he's a snob? I don't know what's going on with me right now, but it feels really hard to process what's happening. I guess it's a lot more plot details and a lot more just like character actions, but I'm struggling to sort of connect their sentences together, which feels weird. Maybe I'm just still a little bit woozy. I did have, not to talk about how I partied hard, but I did have half an edible last night. Ooh, my brain may still be a little bit fuzzy. I wish that was a joke, but oh, if it ain't the Warrior of Darkness himself, what brings you to these parts? Heading out to sea, eh? But of course, we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll ready a boat. Did I just see Ishtola on the ground in that wide shot? Yep. And then there's this asshole.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone.
Don't you want to kill me?
None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Oh, cool. Another flashback. Let's go. I also don't know which convocation this is. I assume... Yeah, it's the convocation of 14, right? The leaders of the world. I assume this is post-final days, but... Alright, reviewing the records yet again. Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we've been graced with another beautiful day. Wait, if this is the memory...
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty.
What memory am I looking at here?
Sundered though you may be, You fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope.
Wait, that looked like the first warrior of light.
It swells within me. Empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so?
Are they tempered? Something wrong is going on in Elizabeth's brain. Dude?
I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure.
Don't you want to kill me? Don't I want to kill you?
I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
This is such a weird comparison. The thing I'm thinking of is, like, remember in early Stormblood when I compared how Xenos, like, I don't remember exactly how it came about, but he was like, oh, I'm so much stronger than you, whatever, you're too weak, like, leaving us alive and all that. Like, the trope of the bad guy, like, leaving the hero alive even though they have the chance to kill him. But we just keep running into him, and I'm confused about what's going on. Oh. Oh shit, which building is this? This is where they got their thoughts from, wasn't it? Stored and retrieved concepts? I forget the name of the building. I have it in my notes, but I don't have my notes page up. Sup? You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarat. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. Why? I tire of your games. You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? You kidnapped my friend? I am your enemy, and you mine. Our goals are in conflict, and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. I am not following this conversation. You do not deny it, then. Very well, let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. Wait. These are the guild key. Is he making me? But do not imagine I crave remorse. Only justice. Well, that's a fucking badass line, but shit, so he's gonna make me fight against visions of the people I'm trying to save so I understand what he's trying to do? That's kind of neat. Forward hero. We shall see how strong you become. Can I talk to these, though? I recognize Mother Mion, and I'm pretty sure that this is the girl from Ul'dah. She looks so tiny. Wait, what is she on? Hang on. I have to see. I'm pretty sure she's just floating there, which is very funny, but I will ignore it for right now. What the hell are those things? Those whom a budding hero might encounter at the beginning of his tale. Oh. Oh god, and they go down pretty quick. Oh, Papa Limo. All too easy, I see, but at least you now understand the rules. Thus will we make our way to the capital. Well, that was in poor taste even for you. That appearances should unsettle you so. I was under the impression you simply destroyed all who barred your way, sparing nary a thought to the possibility that your foe could be someone's beloved. But of course we shouldn't dwell on the beginning when so much of your story away. Sorry, this doesn't really hit as well. Well, that's just tasteless. This just makes him look like an asshole. Well, he is asshole. Still, it feels weird, this sort of like false equivalence almost, for lack of a better word, is how it feels. It is kind of cool to fight enemies from before, seemingly at the same level as when I first fought them, because they are dying easy. Still, this implies I'm the aggressor, which I most definitely am not. So too did you taste bitter tragedy. Who could forget the crystal waves, the idealistic, pathetic dream born from a malformed creature?
God damn it.
So there's tragedy in the Ascian's tale, which again was only told to us after the end of the story, which I have complaints about. But it seems that you will take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you, or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I've dealt with countless heroes, and always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs, and fight for them with all my being. Well, we can always strive for understanding and compromise. How very naive. If you're willing to compromise on your beliefs, you all but admit that they are flawed. And I assure you I have no intention of compromising on mine. Come what may, I will fulfill my mission as a Elidibus. But enough talk. It is not your assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Oh, cool. You fled for the snow-swept fields of Corthus. It's everyone's heavy toward outfits. That's cute. So we're just going through my whole story. Had you and the Science met your demise that day in the Sultanate, Lahabrea might have been spared his. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the Dragon Song War. Swept along by the tide of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict. Or was it a thirst for vengeance that drove you? They sought to stop the conflict by killing everyone.
Impossible.
I trust you are beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. Sup, brothers? I forget if either of them died. I don't... Wait, no. Did this guy die? No. No, they're both alive, I think. Or Chiffon died, but I think they both lived? I don't remember. Some part of me wants to say they died. Around heroes, people are wont to flock. People who harbor all manner of motives, each baser than the last. Come, let the currents rise in the grand melee.
Damn it all. I'll take you.
No more than they deserve. In the end, their hand of friendship was tainted with personal desire. You know what comes next. You put an end to the Dragon Song War. Is this what Nidhogg looked like? I don't remember this. I guess this is when he was up. Taking over, the guy whose name I can't remember. During one of the phases, yes. Okay. As simple as that, a 1,000-year war is brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning, and for heroes such as you, there is only ever conflict. So I actually was thinking about, and this reminded me of a problem I kind of have with Final Fantasy storytelling, and the fact that a lot of conclusions in its story just come from like might makes right, about how villains only ever acquiesce or like treat you better or like respect you through violence rather than through ideals, even though they are actively trying to murder you. Like, it's part of the reason I don't really like Emmett Selk's redemption as much as I could, is because he doesn't see the people of the world as people anymore. He's just like, well, you're stronger than me. I guess that makes you better. Cool. And it's something that Elidibus is kind of hitting on here, that like, I don't agree with you here, Elidibus, and I don't know whether I don't agree with you or I don't agree with the writers. That's kind of left unclear to me. With Emmett Selk, because his story ended, I can say I disagreed with the writers here, but I don't know if they're going to provide a contrast to Elidibus's viewpoint, at least on the idea that might makes right. It's something that, you know, some of the heroes have even sort of reinforced. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been a few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing cost you the keenest grief. That is what our people are to us, an irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them, for they are my... Never mind, we are not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus has kindly kindled an insatiable flame. Caller Mauld was his name, and it raged across the land, consuming all in its path. Following the trail of ash, you set forth for Alamigo and Dorma into a storm of blood. Oh, are we gonna hit upon... Oh, again you fought, and again you grew stronger. So strong that we could no longer control you. Yours is unnatural beastly strength, and we shall lay it bare. I mean, to be fair, by this point I had already killed La Habrea. In order to gain a foothold in the liberation effort, you journeyed to the far eastern plains. Yeah, wait, why didn't we talk about the fact that I killed La Habrea? Isn't that important? I guess he's trying to hit upon my emotions right now.
The sun cannot be extinguished. Baga, baga, baga.
It is not enough!
The strong are drawn to the strong. Thus did you gather new allies to your banner. Who are these characters? I recognize the pink-haired girl as the Makote. There's the old grandmother. You I don't recognize, yet we're ardent souls to gather. In this way did you consign yourself to the flames. Burn them all, hero. Reduce them to nothingness like the ephemeral morning dew they are.
I cannot fail.
Forgive me.
You did not hesitate, or perhaps could not. No matter, let's turn our attention to the finale. Here we shall have a test between fellow beasts. It is only fitting, would you not agree? When I fought you in this flesh, 'twas I who triumphed. Will you turn the tables this time? Wait, what? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Didn't I win? Oh, I think Hien had to do a save or something. I don't remember exactly. My creation appears to have lost its form. It's no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there's only so much to be learned by taking your measure this way. Let's try something different. Come, we continue this within. Took his body for the late cutscene fight times when Graham made you pass out. Well, I killed Xenos on the building, and then we had the fight against him in the battlefield. Like the final thing that we did in Stormblood. And that was against Elidibus because, you know, Xenos was dead. And Estenia had to save you. An impressive show of strength. But surely no more than a foretaste of that which Emet-Salk's conqueror is capable. Such might requires a fairer measure. To compare like with like. Yes. Are you gonna make me fight Arbert? I shall just have to test you myself. Why? Come on, Dekka. Show me what you can do. This does feel strange somehow. Like he doesn't actually want to kill me in some way. It's better than when Xenos was like, "Oh, I want to test you so you can go stronger for a good fight." Like, but I'm not exactly sure what he's getting at. I may not be the real Ardbert, but you would do well not to underestimate me. Sorry, it's gonna bug me if I don't turn on my, I do think it's cute that you kill me given the chance. Mayhap you think to recover this body? If so, prove that there's no use to me. Prove that I can't best you with it. Oh no. I think he just locked in. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, I thought they were going to disappear in turn. Oops. Shit. I was like, okay, I'll wait for that one bit of fire to disappear and then I'll be good. No. In fact, false. I'll transcend my very limits and we'll see what you're truly capable of. This is probably fine. Okay. Oh, well, didn't get out of that one, did I? Or did I? That's weird. Oh, shit. Alright, easy enough. I mean, interesting from a character perspective. Not a very hard fight, at least. Okay.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished?
Oh, what's up, Ishtola?
My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see.
I swear to God, if you get blindsided, ether
Now,
stabbed, I'm
Elizabeth,
gonna be so pissed at
if
you.
you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal. The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear. But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmett Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
Oh, Ishola, we gotta go. So, who exactly did he just threaten to kill? Okay, cool. So, Elidibus is the heart of Zodiac. Not a different Elidibus, they are the original Elidibus. And he's a primal. But from what it sounds like, I'm confused why he wants the rejoining still. Because if he's driven primarily by a sense of salvation for the world, but he still wants to create the apocalypse of 10 worlds, that feels... Well, at this point, it's what? Should be about 7 shards left remaining at this point? 13 shards plus the source. The 13th got fucked, so that's 12 shards left. And then we had... Have we had 6 or 7 Umbral Calamities? Assuming... It's unclear about whether or not the first Umbral Age was brought forth by a calamity or not. I kind of assume it is, because the land was suffused by wind ether, and that kind of tracks with everything else. So assuming yes, that would be the first age, second age, third age, fourth age, fifth age, sixth age, seventh age. We're in the 7th astral era right now. So there have been 7 calamities, plus the destruction of the 13th. On an unrelated non-calamity charge, means 8 shards destroyed. So that leaves, what, 5 shards left remaining? I must be doing my math wrong, because I think there's more than that, but still. It has been an eventful morning. If indeed it is morning. I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I'm gratified to see that my efforts at Anity have borne fruit. We've confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the... I'm confused what his plot is. Isn't his plot at this point just to, like, kill me? I see. Then let us make for Yulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elizabeth's parting threat, not least of all. But forgive me. It would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I will need to retrieve them from Anadir. With luck, the ethereal stream you traverse still lingers. I won't be long. Bahamut was 7, and then the 13th was destroyed not by an Umbral Calamity, it was destroyed by the Ascians fucking it up. So that's 8 destroyed shards. Okay. I didn't recognize that stone. Do I recognize this stone? Yeah, I'm not saying the first is a destroyed shard, but there's been 7 Umbral Calamities, so that's 7 shards that have been destroyed. I don't know which ones. And then the 13th was destroyed by the Void. So not technically gone, it's more so the Void. I guess it's different, but like... I kind of count it as destroyed because the Ascians said as much, like the 13th is fucked. I guess it's not gone, the other shards are just flat out like gone and the 13th still exists, it's just fucked beyond all repair, but you know. Yeah. Pod surface, an array of lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. This feels familiar somehow. What is this crystal? Day 4th, bring honor to the seat of... The distorted voice of an ancient rings out in your mind. A moment preserved in the crystal, it would seem. Okay. You know, there's something else glinting up ahead. Yeah, if your math is right, there's 13 shards plus the source. So 13 minus 7 that we know are destroyed is 6. Minus another one, that being the 13th that we know is fucked. And there's 5 left. Which would mean the first exists. So there's 4 shards that we don't know what's going on with them. Only 3 escaped the rejoining, so why are there 4 crystals? Though they differ in cover and decoration, each is identical in shape. Oh, and the Ascians all have a shape to them, so this is not representing different Ascians, this is representing different memories? Father, the words they hold are clearer than before. Behold, my friends, embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes. All is right in creation. No, these are different Ascians. There can be no greater joy than to use our wisdom for the good of our people. No greater pride. May all know happiness now and forevermore. Maybe it's all the reflections of the memories of one Ascian, though the different colors represent different Ascians. I don't know what this means yet. I also don't know why the crystals are here, and why I'm just running over to them like, ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. They don't correlate with where Elidibus summoned forth memories. Okay. Your instincts are true and you discover another 2 crystals. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. May there remain more to be found. Why are these here? This isn't the path we took, so Elidibus didn't leave these. Or... as if someone wanted you to find them. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren, and soon there will be only silence. We will deliver our star from its doom, this we swear. So please, dry your tears. How many crystals have I picked up so far? I assume this is the convocation of 14. Sorry, I forget if the convocation is 14 or 13. I think it was 14, but I didn't keep track of how many crystals I picked up so far. Guess I'll find out when we reach the end of it. The time is come. We shall rewrite the laws of creation, and we shall save our star. From this life our Savior is born. May I be worthy of the honor. So the colorless crystal I assume is Elidibus, but might be the first warrior of light. I feel my soul turning, slowly but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible. But this is right. It is right. Convocation of 14, yeah. Okay, cool. Seems near its end, but it isn't over yet. Don't tell me Elidibus came through and became the Heart of Zodiac, and then the rest of the remaining convocation made Hydaelyn. Twelfth crystal soon reveals itself to your questing eye. So there are 12. Though salvation is ours, it came at great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray, to pray that we will once day meet again beneath a blue sky. What is recorded in the wake of the final days. I know that only three came out unsundered, and I know they were all part of the convocation of 14. So I'm confused. At least one of these voices must have been Emmett Selk. At least one of them must have been La Habrea. Probably? Maybe not. I only did 12. Oh. Sup, man? This is probably how I would react, but Hythalodeus. He did come back. How good of you to remember. I see you've been collecting stars. I speak of those crystals. They have constellations etched upon them, yes? So we picked up 13. We know one was missing. Was the missing one the person who went off to become the first warrior of light? So that makes the most sense to me. So we did cover everyone. So Elidibus, Emmett Selk, and La Habrea must have been part of the crystals that we picked up, because they were all part of the convocation. I'm pretty sure. I know Emmett Selk and Elidibus was. I wasn't really sure what position La Habrea held, but whatever. Sorry, I'm distracted. High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light down upon the lives below. Fitting symbols of the convocation of 14. Would you not agree? As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation, as remembered by the unsundered. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They're far too incomplete to be so. But they suffice for imbuing memories within sundered souls, that they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I'm sure Emmett Selk wouldn't mind. Wait, so if I find someone whose sundered soul is part of any of these people, I can restore their memories? So, how fare you of late? You're feuding with Elidibus this time, I believe. Well, thank God that they have a good, train system here. I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may give voice to a personal desire, I would rather you lived. If you do not, how will you keep your promise to Emmett Selk? The promise to remember. It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus's existence might seem hollow, how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. Well, that is quite enough talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. I mentioned before that there was a member of the Convocation who opposed Zodiark summoning and defected, one whose office was left vacant. Defectors, having been deemed unworthy of commemoration. Defectors, having been deemed unworthy of commemoration, no crystal exists for the individual in question. Or shouldn't exist at any rate. And wouldn't, had a friend not created one in secret. A crystal bearing the forgotten name of his office, along with the magic of his own conceiving. A singular incantation embodying his spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was most unusual, for while the rest sat in Amalot, its holder was charged with gaining an intimate knowledge of the wider world. In the course of his duty, he traveled the length and breadth of every land, and befriended countless folk. He encountered troubles too, of course, matters which he could have simply referred to the Convocation, but that was not his way. Nay, more often than not, he would call upon his comrades and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within that crystal, the magic to summon the stars to your side. In time of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. And now it is where it belongs. Oh, there's no need for thanks, but nor will I hear any complaints about it either. Af- no, by all means, take your time. After all, I cannot say whether I act of my own volition or by the will of my recreator. So this is Emmett Selk that had these crystals, and may or may not be passing them on to me.
I was wondering where you'd disappeared to.
Sorry, I'm taking notes. Hang on. I got 14 crystals representing the convocation. And also, the first Warrior of Light acted exactly how I did. How strange.
Is something troubling you? No? Very well.
Okay, sure, whatever, fine. No, yes, of course.
I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
This just feels like the type of thing I would tell my friends. I don't know. Seems relevant. Perhaps it could come up later. I don't know. Fresh air at long last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea, had we the luxury of time. But we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it is plain he will not be deterred from his course. And nor would I, were I him. Not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I have not forgotten how Emmett Selk sought to find common ground with us for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course. But one must always try. Emmett Selk understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Though it may all be for naught, you of all people know there is no such thing as a foregone conclusion. Right. No more musing. We have taken far too long as it is. Our friends await in Yulmore, yes? Let's hurry and join them. Yeah, I feel like I... Remember when Minfilia became the Oracle of Light and I didn't really understand what was going on? I feel very much the same about everything that just happened. Like, I didn't really parse it. And I'm not sure if that's because it gave me a lot of questions that I have to think about, or if I just straight up, like, am struggling to understand what just happened. So, in theory, Elidibus met us, tested our might. We found out that he was a primal. He's the heart of Zodiark and is basically imbued with a singular will for the salvation of the world. Okay, cool. Was there anything else that really mattered in there when it comes to defining Elidibus as a person? He's somehow the heart of Zodiark that's separated, or at least he believes it is. In theory, it could be another Elidibus that's tempered or something, for all I know. But definitely is the memories or the belief that he is the first Elidibus. That's as far as we know right now. Unfortunately, I have to do all these caveats, because if there's one thing Final Fantasy has proved, is that I can not take anything for granted. Whether or not you see that as a positive or negative, it really depends on whether you're, everyone else or me. 5.3 isn't over yet. It appears we are fashionably late. Come, our tale will not wait. Oh, it's everyone. What's up, y'all? Wait, were y'all killing, well, oh, fuck, damn it. Alright, too late.
Forgive us our lateness.
I'm being spoiled with voice acting.
Master Chai, my congratulations on your appointment. By all accounts, you are a capable mayor.
Oh, I have capable friends, my lady. I must say, it's good to see you looking hale and whole again.
The credit for that lies with my own capable friend, without whom I might never have escaped my abductor.
Oh yeah, the whole explanation. Well, thank God that we now have a new and robust train system going through here. So,
A primal? I suppose that would explain why Elidibus has been fostering faith in the Warrior of Light.
yeah, should we talk about this right next to the Chais?
While you were enjoying your audience with the Wandering Heart of Zodiac, we were busy dispatching the last of the Black Masked Ascians, a task which proved almost insultingly easy.
What?
Formidable though we undoubtedly are, they were obviously sent to provide encouragement for budding heroes. One cannot help but wonder how many times the ploy has been used before.
Master Chai, you mentioned that the people of Calusia are similarly enamored of the Warrior of Light.
Indeed, though it's hardly surprising given the state of the world. Many are still struggling to find a purpose, and it's only natural that they should take comfort in the tales.
Then the fever has spread to every corner of Norvrent. We may have dealt with his black-masked minions, but it is plain Elidibus has yet to show his hand.
Oh my! What a spectacular sky!
Oh, that's not good, is it? So is Elizabeth planning to use the faith of everyone in the Warrior of Light to become a super infused primal and defeat us? Is that what I'm picking up?
Another star shower. Wait, is that...
Oh!
Amaranth?
Yep, sorry, you got the...
Did you hear that? That voice calling out?
No, I didn't hear anything, but... Why do I feel so... like I've lost something dear to me?
Does Elidibus seek to awaken more people to the Echo with clearer visions of the final days?
Who the fuck?
And who might you be?
Are these Warriors of Light from a different shard?
Whoever they are, they've come for our heads! No, you don't! Ha!
They are not of flesh and blood.
I know this magic. The rings are like unto those that the Exarch did employ in our summoning.
Are you saying the Exarch is summoning them?
Nay, yet the similarity can be no mere coincidence.
Should we make a stand here, or retreat to the Crystarium?
The ether churns around us. More of them will appear ere long. To stay would only place innocents in harm's way. We must fight this battle elsewhere.
Wait!
Take one of our airships. You can decide what to do on your flight to the Crystarium.
You are a capable leader in your own right, Master Chai. The citizens of Yulmore chose well.
It's settled then. To the airship!
Oh! Okay, this might have to be one of the last things I do. If I can do this with NPCs, I might. It looks like I can. I'm logging in. I think I might do this with NPCs if y'all don't mind. Just to sort of keep up a bit of a pace here. Also because there might be a lot of like stuff I want to do in the dungeon at my own pace. Fairy stars on me, but this vision, many more shall have awakened to Highland's voice. And as Elizabeth hath designed, their hearts shall swell with the desire for salvation, the desire which doth empower him. We must needs move swiftly against him, ere this mania seetheth every soul, and his might exceedeth all measure. I think they were after us. Us specifically, I mean. And that's not all. I sense the aura of light around them, as if they were blessed, like you and me. Did we kill them, or did we banish them? If we are dealing with the selfsame magic employed by the Exarch, we may safely assume that our enemies are being summoned from other worlds. Beyond that, all is speculation. But I would wager the fact that their summoning seems still incomplete, than our own has rendered them more susceptible to external influence. The suggestion to kill us, for example. But I am musing again. Let us away ere more of them manifest. Cutting down that swordsman meant felt more like slicing through thin air. I only wish his blade had felt similarly intangible. We must lead them away from the civilians. The rest we can work out en route to the Crystarium. There are sure to be a few surprises along the way, but we are nothing if not resourceful. We should first make for the western edge of Amarang before bending our course towards the Crystarium. This route will allow us to land and contend with the enemy if necessary. Given that they can appear out of thin air, we must be prepared for anything. If you need to stop, this may be a good point. I've got 50 minutes left. I want to finish this quest. It's a ride. Oh. Well, that's pretty disappointing, but 50. 5-0. That should be doable. Let me do something first, because the reason I'm on a timetable is because I'm going to go spend time with my mom, and I should probably make sure because I may have 50 or I may have closer to an hour and a half. I'm sorry. 50 is maybe pushing it. Yeah. Unfortunately, it seems like this might be where I have to stop then, which is Yes, admittedly pretty disappointing, but gives me way more than enough time to make sure I'm all good for tonight. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to continue streaming until closer to 7 or 8. So, okay. Oh well, I admit I'm disappointed, but that's alright. If now is the better time to stop, rather than risk messing up 5.3 as much as I've messed up other points in the story, that's probably for the best. Alright, cool. Well then, this will be where I stop for now. At least I get a warning as opposed to finding out blind. And knowing how slow I am at doing stuff, I would not at all be surprised if it took me much longer than could otherwise be expected. We'll go aid Kyria. I don't know. I guess I'm probably going to stream more of this tonight. Probably. Hard, probably. I have a lot to clean. Guys, it's Sunday. It depends. We'll see which way stuff goes. But in the meantime, I hope that y'all have a fun time with Kyria. And, okay, any closing thoughts? Oh, I need to... Hang on. Sorry. No, we're not done yet. I could take this time to update my notes. Now seems like as good a time as any. Who's ready to stare at a Word document for 40 minutes? And then we can aid Kyria. Alright, not a Word document, but still. Let me open it up. Unfortunately, it seems like it's decided to resize. Yeah, for some reason, GIMP has decided to resize itself again. Hate it when that happens. Right. We have a lot of notes to update, actually. Let me just resize it appropriately. Cool. Okay. So. Yeah, we never wrote all the 5.2 shit, did we? What is this pasted layer I have in extra? Oh, I see. I'm going to keep that as its own layer for right now because I still might move it around. Okay. Unfortunately, this might actually be where I need to look at my journal to look at my completed stuff because it's hard to remember what exactly happened in 5.2 just from my notes. Complete post Shadowbringers main scenario quests. Don't know why I split up. 2 is probably setting up for Endwalker, and this is the end of Shadowbringers. Cool. Echoes of a Fallen Star was the end of 5.2. I don't remember what the start of 5.2 was. Probably this. So we have about 10 quests to cover in 5.2. Okay. Old enemies, new threats. Yeah. Let me make some room for this then. This is the wrong size brush. That's the wrong size brush. What the fuck size brush did I use here? Whatever. That seems about right. 5. Oh my god. 5.2. Okay, let me look at my notes. So the ether's destabilizing. There's prototype ultimate weapons being made in Garlemald. There's a Warrior of Light running around. There's a Litibus. I underscored Granson Matters. Oh yeah, he showed up at some point. Oh fuck, that means I need to write down notes for the Lull quests. That's why I wrote that down. All ancients had the Echo, but much stronger. Elidibus is tied to Zodiark. Venat. The OG follower of Hydaelyn was some person named Venat. Okay. That's probably the original Warrior of Light, but we don't know that yet. Xenos has recurring dreams of a white-robed figure. Oh, has recurring dreams, and there's a new white-robed figure near him, which is some Asian, who I probably should have paid attention to the mask color of, but I don't remember. I assume it's not Elidibus. That's all I really know, though. Okay. So it's not that much for 5.2. It seems like 5.3 is really the chunky part. In terms of actual stuff to write down for 5.2, we have ether of scions continues to destabilize. I just realized there's a different page of my notes that I never wrote down. Is there? Oh, fuck. Wait, how much of my Eden notes did I finish writing down? I got through Eden's first 2. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, we don't actually have as much to write down as I was afraid of. I was just scared because I thought I might have to do the role quest. Though, to be honest, I'm a little bit lazy. So, Garlemald. Building. More. Prototype. Ultima weapons. Okay. Elidibus. Stole Ardbert's form and is running around inspiring people to become warriors of light. I can only assume he's trying to become powerful enough to kill me. That's the only way I can see this ending, but there's still room for me to be missing something, I think. Oh, and then, yeah. I have to write down the revelations about the Echo, don't I? So, all ancients had the Echo. All of mankind. I need to write most of mankind. Most of mankind are shards of the ancients. Most of mankind can be triggered with memories. To have the echo. Okay, bit of a mess, admittedly, but okay, that covers 5.2. Oh, we actually have a couple of random other things to write down. So, Venat is the first. Fuck, we also learned about Elidibus in 5.2, didn't we? So he's technically part of that first follower. Of Heidelin. I assume Venat is therefore the 14th member who left, but I don't know. What else is there? Elidibus. Sacrificed. I might not have enough room here, actually. Let me expand the available room I have a little bit. Elidibus. Sacrificed. Himself. To become Zodiark's heart. Perfect. Illegible to anyone who isn't me, but perfect. Cool. Oh, and I have to write down that Xenos is still doing shit. Xenos is chillin' with some Asian. Fuck, he sure is. He's doing something. Whatever, okay. Xenos, still doing shit. Whatever. They had to figure out some way to remind us that stuff is happening in the first, or in the source, and they picked the weirdest way, but whatever. Yeah, I think that about covers it for 5.2, so we can move on now. Let me give myself a little bit more room here because 5.3 is chunky. 5.3, aka everything we did today, so should be relatively simple to write down. So Elidibus wants to kill us. I don't feel a need to write a note on that. So we know that the Warrior of Light is a term given to heroes. I'm just gonna write in all shards. Whatever. In the first. Presumably all shards, but whatever. In the first. And. You know what? I can do an ampersand. The source. we're not technically done with 5.3 yet, so I need to be careful about what I write here. Guahatia. Yep. Oh, yep. Nope. Text from my mom asking me where we're meeting up. The thing I need to figure out. Is he's putting his essence into the, what are they called? The vessel things, the crystal thingies, yeah. What are they called? What? Okay, that's when Elizabeth showed up. That, oh, this is all 5.2 stuff. No, I don't know what it's called. Soul vessels, thank you. Okay. So Garati is putting his essence into the soul vessels. And corrupting. The sun deterioration of our friend's ether. That's not really a plot. I mean, it's not really like a narrative. It's not really like a lore point or like a big plot point. It's something that's pushing the plot forward, but it's not something I feel that I need to put in my notes. There were lots of low-ranked Ascians, but they were all dealt with. I'm not sure I want to put them in my notes either. Elidibus is the heart of Zodiac. I covered that in 5.2. Don't really feel the need to write it down. 14 crystals representing the convocation, yeah. 14 crystals. Alright, got 14 crystals representing the convocation. I didn't recognize the symbol that they were in. It was maybe Emmett Silk's symbol? It was hard to tell. I don't know. I don't have the shapes of all the Ascians memorized. That's about it, isn't it? Yeah, about it for right now. We still have to get through the rest of 5.3, but that will be a task for another time. I think that now I can leave off, I'm pretty sure. So now we can write Kyria. Okay. Lots of unanswered questions so far. Yeah, I don't know where we go from here as much. But I will find out. Maybe tonight? Hopefully tonight? Either it's tonight or it's going to be a minute because, unfortunately for me, I am so busy. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, have a good rest of your day, everyone. And I will see you next time I stream. When, I don't know. But if you see me streaming at like 7 or 8, there you go. Otherwise, probably maybe Tuesday? Definitely not tomorrow. Definitely not Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know. I'll see y'all next time. Alright, go tell Kyria happy stream, birthday stream long thing. Well, have a good one. And if you're still here, I don't know what to make of all this, but I will figure it out. Hopefully. Hopefully. Later.